Hey guys, this is Sir Robert here. In this video, we're going to talk about Town Hall 7 attacks. For war, this is. You guys should be 3-starring every single Town Hall 7 base. The troop composition I recommend is 10 dragons, 3 lightning spells, and bring in, if you can, max balloons in your clan castle. Now, some people may say, oh, that's expensive, that's a lot. It's true, but you know something, guys? This is war. This is the fun part of the game. Raiding with archers or barbs or whatever you're going to raid with, that's not the fun part of the game. This is the fun part of the game. So really, get to enjoy this game by wiping out people, 3-starring their bases, getting points for your team, working together. This is the fun part. Now that being said, we're going to look at the bases and how to evaluate these bases. So the first thing I'm going to do is you're going to look at where are the air defenses. So you have one there, one there. The next thing you look at is where is the air sweeper. The air sweeper is here in that direction. So that's the things that I look at when I look at the base. That's the most important things for Town Hall 7. So looking at the base, at least in terms of what's in front of this air defense and what's in front of this air defense, it's the same. So it doesn't matter which of those sides which of those air defenses I'm going to take out and which I'm going to leave. The only difference being is there is a slight difference, which I will tell you. You have a Barb King here, which is going to run around in circles, and you never know where that's going to wind up. And you have this high hit point building there, the Dark Elixir, but that's really not going to play a role. But in this particular base here, what I would do is I would use my lightning to take out this, and then the question is, where do you attack from on the other air defense? And I see these mistakes so much, and it drives me crazy. It's very simple. You want to attack from a side that's closest to the air defense. So that's closest, and that's closest. So that's it. Nowhere else. That's obviously further. That's much further. That's much further. So it's very simple. Are you going to attack from this side here or this side here? So that being said, the next thing in consideration is when I attack, I want to take out this air sweeper, or I don't want to at least have it playing a role. So the air sweeper is like this in its range. So if I attack from this direction, I'm going into the air sweeper. I don't want to do that. So since these two directions are pretty equal, I'm going to attack from this side. That way, this air sweeper doesn't play any role in my attack. Okay? That's the big part of the plan taken care of. The second thing you want to worry about is what's called funneling. If you just put a mass of dragons here, what's going to happen is this building goes down, then they go to that building, and that one goes down, they go to that one. And they're just going to go around the base, and people say, oh, these dragons are so stupid, they went the wrong way. They're not stupid. Their programming is very simple. They just go to the closest building. So what can you do to make sure that your dragons go where you want them to go? You must take out these buildings here so that when your dragons are on here, they have nowhere to go because those buildings are down, so they have to go into the middle of the base. It's called funneling. So what you do basically is you start your funnel over here. That's number 1. That's dragon number 2. Then I would do dragon number 3 and dragon number 4. Let these dragons move into this territory here, and then I would release probably another dragon here, 5 and 6, and then of course I wait a little bit till these start coming down, and then I release the mass of my dragons here, which go out the middle once these come down. Now, one more thing you guys have to think about, and this is the key to these attacks also if you get into trouble. If the dragons do stray, which happens once in a while, you made a mistake and didn't funnel the way you want to, your balloons are your backup plan. But balloons have programming that's very simple. They go to the closest defense, period. So I want to release my balloons to the closest point possible, which is going to be right here. That's where my balloons get released from, right there. So what's the closest defense to this point? This is. And that one's closer. So if those two buildings are still up, my balloons are going to go not to my air defense, they're going to go to one of those defenses. This one, depending where you release it, could be closer. So realistically, you want this wall of defenses to be down. Once they come down, bam, then you release your dragon, your balloons, and they're going to go right to the air defense. Guys, it's that simple. All right, we're going to look at a totally different base design. This base is actually a much better designed base, and we're going to look at how we address this base. So this base has got an air defense there, and we got an air sweeper that is over here. Okay, so this base is very different than the last base. So again, what's my rule of thumb? I do not want to attack into the air defense. I don't want to do that. So looking at this particular base, this is very close to the outside. So what I would do is I would take out that air defense. Without question. Why? Because I don't want to deal with the air sweeper. I don't want to have to attack this way or this way and deal with this air sweeper. So I want to take out that air defense so I don't have to think about it. It's that simple. Then I'm going to attack from this direction. Now, again, looking at it, that's very close. So that's by far the closest. But this is somewhat close, and that's further. But again, I want, if I can attack from behind the air sweeper and take that out too, it's a home run. So that's what I think about on this base. So that's my plan attacking this base, is that air sweeper's going down, that air defense is going down, and I'm going to attack from this side. So that being said, is the next thing I think about is, and guys, don't forget this, the corners. If I'm attacking from this side, I always look in the corners on that side, and I always want to take out any huts or buildings in the corners. So the first thing I'm going to do when I start my funnel is put a dragon right onto those buildings. That way I know when my dragons move through the base in this direction, they don't have to come here and then turn all the way around and come back. That can cost you stars. So that's basically the basic thought of this base. The next thing I have to think about is my balloons. When am I going to release my balloons? And you guys know from before, they are going to go to the closest defense. So I'm going to release my balloons over here. And the closest defense is going to be this one, which is a good one. That's not a bad thing. That's a good one. This sweeper, and of course that there, which doesn't play as much of a role. So this one I say is a good one. Now why is that a good one? Because I don't mind so much if there's one in front of the air defense, as long as my dragons are going to take it down before my balloons come in. Why? Because that defense is going to pull my balloons here. Then when that goes down, it's got nowhere to go but to my air defense, unless that sweeper's still there, but that should be down too. So that helps you in this particular circumstance. But again, realistically, that's got to go down. I would want that down completely before I release my balloons. Once that goes down over here, I'm free to release my balloons because they're going to come right there first. As long as my dragons have already taken out this row completely, by the time I release my balloons and they get there, this row will be taken down. So if you do that, guys, you will 3-star this base 100% of the time. And that's the way you should look at every single base. Guys, go get them. Happy clanning.